All right, we finally able to pick up the name. It's the King of Knights. King of Knights is out of commission right now. It's that beautiful orange boat. We should have picked that up from the colors. King of Knights seemingly had some problems on the start line, and she's now out of action. All right, and there you have it. The boats are making their way. And we're going to get our drone down in and take a look at this silver boat to see which boat is that. And we've got one of the yellow boats coming back across. I believe that's Golden Girl. Headley Smith and crew making their way. And this one is going to be a close, but she's going to get cut. And we have attack just to the front of her. And who's that doing some maneuvering right there? Maybe the Sansali. Catch the Cat, actually, out of Cat Island. And Golden Girl maneuvering. And let me tell you, it looks like the Golden Girl is in a very good position right now. And that was a close call between Golden Girl and Catch the Cat, but they were able to maneuver. Catch the Cat, of course, one of the newer C-class boats recently built by Mark Knowles. We've got some serious sailing out there. Some serious sailing out there right now. This is what C-class sailing is all about. Getting your spot out there on the race course and making your way to the marker. You have some boats going east, some boats going west. As they make their way up to that first marker. All clean sailing to this point. The boats are making their way towards that first marker. We're still about maybe 5 to 7 minutes away before they make it to the first marker. And really, it'll be anybody's guess as to who's going to get there first. But my reports are telling me that maybe Zena has the best chance of going around the buoy in first place. But we shall see once we get closer to that buoy in the next couple of minutes. We'll let you know exactly who's going to make it around in first place, at least for this first particular lap. This race is a long way from being over. So we just need you to stay tuned and stand by as these boats make their way up to the buoy. Just look at those guys trying to keep that sail nice and tight. Keep that boom in. Capture as much wind as possible coming off the Paradise Island side. There's Melba B making her way out. You got a couple other boats in the picture right now. And you can see Alive, Thunderbird, also neck and neck with another boat as they make their way, fighting for position. Reverend McPhee is indicating that the Alive Thunderbird is in the top 10 right now. We shall see. And it's a beautiful day out here in Montague Harbor. For those of you who like sailing, this is the best of the best, 2018. And we're going to be bringing you 4 days of sailing. 3 days of elimination. And the final day on Sunday will determine who is the best of the best in sloop sailing in the Bahamas for 2018 in the 3 separate classes, A, B, and C. Some of the boats that registered, not sure all of them started today, but some that registered: Dream Girl, Catch the Cat, Sacrifice, a.k.a. the Hoe. Actually, that should be the Hog. I think it's a misprint. H2O, King of Knights, the Alive WG Thunderbird, Barely Legal, San Sally, Irene Goodnight, the New Slaughter, Smashy, Golden Girl, Lady Eunice, It Ain't Right, World Famous Witty K, Queen, Barbarian 2, Melva B, Fugitive, Revelation, Whisperer, Crazy Partner, Legal Weapon, Bull Red, Sweet Island Gal, Termite, Keep Your Eyes on Him, Uncle John, Jacob's Ladder, Lady Margaret, Bull Rally, Raging Bull, Flash, and Xena. Those are the names of the boats that registered. I don't think all of them started on the line this morning, but we will get the tally of the boats on the line once they make their way to the buoy and make their way around. once again, ladies and gentlemen, we have some vehicles that are still parked, and we need you to move them. In the food court area, if you're parked there, and on this main road, we have a Cruze, Chevy Cruze, AF66. We need you to move that. We have a white Ford Explorer, AK6484. We need you to move that. We have a Kia Sportage, AL8219. We need you to move those 4 vehicles right away, please. And those of you in the food court, those places are needed. So when people come to purchase food, we can't have your vehicles parked there. So if you were driving a car and you parked in the food court, we need you to move it, please. Thank you very much. And on that runway particularly, move the cars. We're going to go back to Reverend Philip McPhee, who's out there on the waters. Rev, tell us what you see.
Big upset. First boat going right around the buoy is the Xena out of Long Island, followed by Ain't It Right, followed by Bottle Red. That's the first 3 boats already gone round.
Say it again, Rev. Say it again.
It's Xena out of Long Island, followed by Ain't It Right, followed by Bottle Red. It looks like Lady Eunice will go fourth. It looks like Lady Eunice then fugitive.
Keep calling them, Rev. Keep calling them.
Then it looked like the Thunderbird. I'll get you more as they come.
All right. Thank you very much, Rev. Keep your eyes on those boats, and we'll keep talking. All right, we just spoke with Reverend Philip McPhee, who's out there on the water. And based on what he's told us, Xena gone around in first place, followed by It Ain't Right in second place. He says Bull Reg is in third place. That should make the Exuma guys happy. In fourth place, Lady Eunice. And in fifth place, Fugitive out of Rollville. Seems like those are the top 5 boats to have gone around the buoy. And so we're going to have to just keep our eyes pierced to the screen and see exactly who's coming around after those boats. But let me tell you, I didn't hear the Whitty K's name called at all in that whole conversation. And that is going to be a major upset if the Whitty K does not come in the top 5 boats, because she is by far one of the most dominating boats in all of C-Class racing. And to not hear her name called just now. But of course, that is just the first turn. And things can happen so quickly out here on the water. As slow as these boats may seem to be moving, once you're up close with those boats, things really happen very fast. There are no brakes on sailboats. It is all wind and tide powered. And so you have to go in the direction of the wind and the tide. And that is what keeps these boats on course. And a Bahamian sloop, a very special craft, all wood, using lead for weight, using humans for ballast to keep those boats balanced and upright. And as we can see, there's another picture there of the 3 top boats. To your left, Xena. In the middle, It Ain't Right, out of Abaco, boat built in Long Island. And in third place, Bull Reg, Buzzy Roll out of Georgetown, Exuma. Another top-class boat builder. Between him and Mark Knowles right now, probably 2 of the more well-known and more skilled boat builders in all of the Bahamas. Younger generation, if you want to call them that. Top 3 boats. Xena, Long Island, It Ain't Right, Abaco. Bull Reg, Exuma. Very fitting that you have 3 separate islands represented by these top 3 boats that have gone around that first windward marker in first place. First, second, and third place. Fourth place, Lady Eunice. Fifth place, Fugitive. And I think Rev indicated that the Alive Thunderbird may have gone around in sixth place. We'll have to confirm that. Oh, what a beautiful shot. That is just an absolutely marvelous shot of those top three boats. And you can see how they're spread out, and it looks like it ain't right. Maybe moving up, bedding down, so to speak. They're on a bed, making their way down to the leeward marker, downwind marker. And from there, they're going to spin and come towards the Montague foreshore. But this is where you see which boat is capturing the most wind in the sail. It looks right now that Bull Reg is carrying the larger sail from the three boats we now see on the screen. And that may be an advantage for her on the bed. But I could tell you, it ain't right. Seems to be holding her own pace. Zena's got a little flutter in the sail. She's dragging the sail just a little bit. But she's still got the lead. And sometimes when we take these aerial shots, the boats look a little closer than they actually are. It's only when you get down and see them at eye level that you're able to actually see the distance. As you can see right now, there is just a little bit of distance between the Xena and it ain't right. And look at that beautiful clear water. You can see straight down to the keels of those boats. And there's your drone shot as it goes around to give you a bird's eye view of that first place boat, Xena, making her way down to the downwind marker. And once you get past the top three, you can see the boats are starting to pile up in the back. You got fourth and fifth in a tight spot. And then after that, six to the end, pretty much all kind of making their way together. And there you have it. And I'm not sure what we see on the left is the marker. But here's your top three boats right now, making their way towards the Paradise Island foreshore. And it looks like it ain't right. Is going to try a different tact. And she's pushed her sail off to the left side now, hoping to capture some wind. And this is all strategy, folks. You pick your side. Pick the spot where you think you're picking up the most wind. And just look at this. This is what it feels like to see sailing up close. Coming right towards you, right into your living rooms. And for those of you who may have some friends and family left behind on some of the other islands, you can direct them to the Regatta Desk Facebook page where they can pick up a live link and see exactly what you're seeing on Facebook. And there's another shot. That gives you a better perspective of exactly the position that those top three boats are in. As you can see, Xena holding her own. Followed by It Ain't Right. And in third place, we have the Bull Reg. We're going to have some exciting sailing, ladies and gentlemen. Count yourselves lucky if you're able to make your way out here to Montague foreshore. And just look at that. You got two boats with the sail in one direction and you got one in the other direction. Who's got the advantage right now? Well, I can tell you one thing. The Xena is holding her own. And just look at that. There you see those boats making their way. Coming towards you. There's the Xena. And there's another drone shot showing the boats in 4th and 5th place. And it looks like, as Reverend McPhee said, we have Lady Eunice in 4th and Fugitive in 5th. So right now, you have 2 Exuma boats in the top 5. That should make all of the local Exumians sitting out there on the foreshore, quite a few of them from Rollville, seeing the Fugitive up there in the top 5. And there comes the other boats in view of our drone. Top 12 boats right there, all in one shot. And we're going to see if we can reach Reverend McPhee again on the live line so that he can give us another perspective of what's going on. Go.
Well, you can see by now what's happening out here.
Rev, we see that Xena is still in first place, followed by It Ain't Right.
That's right. And she is really sailing right. She is putting something on this fleet. A boat that nobody thought would be in the running. Certainly, David knows of taking that boat out of Long Island and might make history today in the second annual Best of the Best competition. It's really sailing good. But Ain't It Right is very close on up, followed by Buzzy. And it's a big toss-up right now for 4th and 5th.
Tell us about 6, 7, and 8th. Who's down behind?
Well, they had a collision between Sacrifice and Thunderbird, and she mistake, and she's way behind now, but Sacrifice was wrong. So I gather she will lose some points on 4 and Starve Attack.
Rev, you cannot say that. You're biased. Thunderbird is your boat. I don't expect you to make that call. You cannot make that call.
The call is 4 and Starve, and everybody over here can see that.
Thunderbird, we've got the Xena going around.
Zena's going around.
There goes It Ain't Right.
Ain't It Right? And then Mother Reg is right there. So you can't count that out yet. But then you're followed by, who's that?
Lady Eunice.
Lethal Weapon. Lethal Weapon.
The red boat is Legal Weapon.
Yes, Lethal Weapon.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we have a correction. We were saying the Lady Eunice, but number 33, Rev is correcting us. Rev, 33 is Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon.
And she will make her... She'll...
Mother Reg is closing in very fast on the Ain't It Right.
All right, Rev, we'll get back to you in a couple of minutes.
All right.
Keep your eyes on those boats. All right, so top 3 boats. Xena, It Ain't Right. Bull Reg, already around. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we had the top 5 boats already around. And we have a couple more boats now going to make their way around the marker. And there goes number 6. Can't really see the name from this position, but we're going to get a little closer. Zoom that camera right on into that red buoy. All right, and there goes another boat around. Can't tell from the sides. And number 8 going around. And we can see Barely Legal now coming around. Number 55. Number 57, Sweet Island Gal, making her way to the marker. Barely Legal out of Long Island. Sweet Island Gal out of Long Island. And I can tell you, I have not yet called the name Whitty K. I have no idea where she is at this point. Barely Legal going around. Sacrifice, a.k.a. the Hog, going around. Rev said that there was a collision between Sacrifice and the Thunderbird, and he said the Thunderbird was wrong, and there comes Queen, another boat out of Rollville, sponsored by 4Cs. Patterson Smith, I think, on the tiller. And coming up now, we've got the Golden Girl, Hadley Smith and his crew. Being outmaneuvered just a little bit right now. We'll wait to get the name. She had to push Golden Girl way off. Had to push, looks like the Whitty K way off. And there you have it. You got your 3 boats. It looks like the Xena went all the way over to Paradise Island. She's trying to pick up as much wind coming off the land, while it ain't right. And Bull Edge holding a shorter course. We're going to see which one benefited the most from this particular maneuver. There's still a long way back to that next marker. But you could not have a more picture-perfect postcard picture to mail to your friends around the world, showing these boats with all of that canvas up, with those $1 million homes of Paradise Island in the background. If you owned one of those homes right now, you could just sit on your porch and sip on a mojito and watch sailing. It looks like a red boat, I'm thinking that's Flash, making her way down. But a beautiful, beautiful sight indeed. A beautiful sight to see here in Montague. C-class sailing. You have some boats going east and some boats going west. If you're going west, right now you're at the back of the fleet. Catch the Cat, Barbarian, making their way up. There's the Alive WG Thunderbird. There's Revelation. These boats are now a part of the bottom bowl, as my good friend Jed Monroe likes to refer to them. Bottom bowl boats right now making their way around because they're at the back of the fleet. They're about 10 minutes off the lead. And they got a lot of ground to make up if they want to make it to Sunday's best of the best. We've got Palm Key coming around. We've got Raging Bull coming around. And what a slick maneuver around that buoy by the Raging Bull. Just look at that sight, ladies and gentlemen. Just look at that sight. C-class sailboat spread out in front of you. Paradise Island as the backdrop. Montague Harbor. The setting, the race course. The circuit. The boats are on their second and final lap. They're going to make their way back up to that windward marker, spin around, and make their way back home. And this one is going to be all over and done with. The three lead boats, as we mentioned earlier. Xena, It Ain't Right, Bull Reg. And Buzzy is a very, very slick sailor out there. And so don't put anything past him at this point. Would not surprise me if, when that final gun is fired later on today, in a couple of minutes, that Buzzy would be at the lead. Looks like the flash now just going around. I think. Oh, crazy partner. Looks like King of Knights making away. There's your top 7 boats. For today at least. And as we said, only the top 7 after 3 days of sailing is going to make it to Sunday's finale. So it's going to be imperative that you place in the top 10 for 3 days. If you want to see Sunday's finale. If not, you're going to be a spectator on the foreshore, watching your colleagues, your sailing comrades, your buddies sail out there for some of the big prize money and the best of the best. I don't have the final numbers right now, but from what I've been told, the largest purse in all of sailing right here during this best of the best. Last year, Stephen Knowles walked away with a truckload of money. He won the C. He won the B. He almost won the A. Almost pulled off a trifecta. But he took home quite a bit of money, trophies, and other awards. He was named the best skipper overall. And if I'm not mistaken, they gave him something very nice for that. But haven't heard his name called yet for the day. I'm not even sure where Whitty K is. I don't even know where she started. I have yet to see her in any of my video shots. I think I did see a sail at one time with 44, and if I'm not mistaken, the 44 is the sail of the Whitty K. But if that was her, she was quite a way off. And just look at those boats as they make their way up. Last year we had the good fortune to have the GPS trackers, which would tell you exactly how fast these boats are going and what kind of course they're holding. We don't have the trackers this time, but we're going to guess that right now the boats are averaging between 4.5 to 5.5 knots out there on the water right now. And there's a shot. Look at Buzzy on that tiller. You can see him there in the yellow T-shirt. You've got the Xena to the left. It Ain't Right to the right. Bull Reg right down the middle. And we have, is that Melva B? Looks like Melva B just going around the buoy. Look at that beautiful shot, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it just makes you want to dive right in. Swim with the sharks. If you were an exhumer, you would swim with the pigs. But only sharks down there, so you don't want to go swimming in that water. Oh, look at that shot of sacrifice. Colin Cartwright on the tiller, the hog. A lot of bragging on the chat. Colin is one of the biggest mouths on the Sailors chat. He talks a lot of smack. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, he left the chat the other day after talking a lot of smack, and the guys roughed him up a little bit. He got a little excited, started using some 5-pound words, actually 10-pound words. And the next thing I knew, Colin exited the chat. I think they brought him back. Sweet Island Gal, the Four Seas Queen. A boat also built by Buzzy Roll. Now sailing out of Rollville and Bucktown. Patterson Smith, the owner of Four Seas, one of the largest tour companies, taking people down there to see those famous pigs. I understand they now have swimming pigs in Nassau. Well, Exhumer's going to raise the bar. We're going to teach our pigs how to fly. And so when you come to Exhumer, not only will you see pigs swimming, you're going to see pigs flying. We don't mess around in Exhumer when it comes to our pigs. There you see, out in the far distance, the SSL sailors, Star Class sailors, doing their thing out there, out in the deeper water. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get back with Reverend Philip McPhee in short order to get his take of what's happening out there. Here's a picture of San Sally. Richard Ross up front. I don't know if Richard knows what he's doing, but he's there on the boat. Looks like the boat has the design of the monster.
Zena has just run the final windward buoy, and she's doing very well. She's just followed by Ain't It Right? Now third place is up for grabs. It looks like Fugitive is very much on the weather of Buller Ridge, so it'll be very close to see if she can pull it out. But there's a big toss-up between third and fourth. So that's what's happening right now at the Windward Buoy, right?
All right, there you have it from Reverend Philip McPhee, who says that Zena is, as you can see from that shot, still holding first place. The black boat, it ain't right. And there's Bull Ridge. But there may be a fourth boat, the Fugitive, in this shot somewhere. We're going to let our drone just stay right here on this particular vantage point because Bull Ridge may have to tack one more time before she goes around that buoy. I don't think she can make the buoy from that position. These guys are leaning over. Buzzy is doing his best to juke. But it looks like he's going to have to make another tack to make that buoy. And we're going to see exactly where the Fugitive is to see whether she's going to come into the camera angle at some point. And there you see it. There you see it. But Buzzy is juking as best as he could. I don't think he's going to make it. It's going to be very, very close. It's going to be razor thin close. Wow. By the skin of his teeth. They had to do a little mini tack. This one is going to be close, ladies and gentlemen. We think the fugitive is going to get her. There you have it. The fugitive is just going around, and she's going to cut Bull Reg right at the marker. This is what sailing is all about. A mistake, colossal mistake by Buzzy Roll to not make that marker. And he's going to get run down even some more. He's going to try to do a defensive tack to hold position, but he's going to get overtaken once again because the boats behind him are coming with power. What a mistake by a senior, seasoned skipper. And Buzzy, and he's misstaged right at the buoy. This is going to be a disaster. J-Roll, where are you? Where are you, J-Roll? Look at that. The sail is going to have to come down for them to get some more wind. That is a mistake that you don't hardly ever see being made by a veteran sailor like Buzzy. And we had it for you. We had it live. And what a fortunate turn of events for the fugitive, who's been trying to beat Bull Reg from forever. Every single year, Buzzy comes into Rollville and destroys the fugitive and the other boats. And it looks like he may still not make the marker. This is going to be a disaster for the Bull Reg. I don't understand whoever is on that bow. Big knocks with all them out. Making a huge mistake. If I was Buzzy when we get to shore, I would kick Knox off that boat and he would not sail anymore in this regatta because that is a bowman's mistake. To allow your boat to sail up on the marker and not be able to make it. Especially when you're in such a good position. It is very unfortunate what we've just witnessed out there. And Bull Reg still not able to get underway. Still not able to get underway. Looks like she's got problems now with the sail. Up goes the sail. And let me tell you, I would not have believed it myself. But we had the shot for you. And Bull Reg has gone from a tight third place to now, I'm not even sure where she's at. Probably all the way down to 10th place at this point. She still can't get that boat going. Still can't get the boat going. The sail has to come down once more. And ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you make a mistake out on the water. You can go from a top position to right now with Buzzy. They are fighting just to get that boat started again. As you can see coming towards us, the top boats, you see the crew in orange. It's young skippers, sailors out of Exuma sailing the Termite. They seem to be in the top 10 or so right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we saw just a few minutes ago what happens when you make a mistake out on the water. We witnessed it. And we're looking at number 44 now, which is the WDK. I cannot tell you what position she's in right now. A boat that normally would be the lead of the pack. But it's a different day out there today. And we're going to have to find out exactly what happened to Stefan and his crew once this race is over and done with. Don't leave your seat. You've got the best spot to watch sailing. And if you have to leave, take your mobile device with you. Log on to Facebook and go to Regatta Desk, and you'll be able to follow all the action. Don't watch it while you're driving. You could just put the audio on. But if you get home, pull up your computer, and you can still watch some of this live action on YouTube. The best of the best regatta happening here in Montague Foreshore. And we've seen some sailing out here today. Here's another shot of Zeno coming towards us. There's a picture of San Sally, Richard Ross and his crew. And this is certainly a beautiful shot as these boats make their way down to the final marker, final buoy. And that is Zeno taking up all of your screen action right now. Behind her, it ain't right, out of Abaco, a boat built in Long Island. And behind her, we should have Bull Reg. And as that camera pulls back, you can see the distance. And there goes Zena. She's making her way towards the committee boat. There's Zena. As you can see, there is some distance between the lead boat and everybody else. That Xena is really, really, really sailing.
Let's put the lead boat in the front, please. Let me see what it's looking like. Yeah, number 90. Follow the plan. Line is up.
And we think, ladies and gentlemen,
Balance is up.
we had the gun and didn't hear it, but it looks like the Xena has come across in first place.
Yeah. Oh, they okay. Who's that in second? You up. Yeah. See, give me that boat right in front of you. No, not that boat. Not that one. Right red. Zoom in. It's a pot right there.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this first race is over. Xena going across in first place. It ain't right. We think is second, Fugitive in third. And it looks like we may have had the Termite going across in fifth place. We're going to call Reverend McPhee and get some accurate results. Reverend McPhee, the race is over.
It looks so.
How did you call it? What did you see out there?
Well, Xena first. Ain't it right second, Fugitive third.
Who was in fourth place, Rev? Is that Termite?
Termite, yeah.
And so we have Termite. And so, Rev, give us your synopsis of what happened with Buzzy Roll and the Bull Reg.
Well, she was unable to make the buoy. She started to jerk for it and didn't have the power to go around and flew in the wind, and that was it. And they took a long time to get her back on stage, back on the wind, and she dropped about 10 positions, so that's it.
And when you analyze that whole situation, Rev, is that on the skipper or is that on the bowman?
Well, the bowman should advise him to sail the boat hard and then tack to make the buoy.
It seems to me like they waited too long to make the call making attack.
Yes, and he thought that he could jerk around the buoy. You know, that's a Bahamian terminology, but he ended up making a very big mistake and cost him third place, because certainly he had third place just about sold up.
Rev, I didn't see Winnie K at all out there. Where did she finish?
Well, you remember? Huh?
Where is she?
We told them that Stefan's going to have some problems in this next go round, and the Winnie K really had some problems trying to outdo these boats. These boats are handled up very handily today, so we'll wait to see what happens tomorrow.
And as far as the Alive Thunderbird, are you still in it or are you out of it?
No, I'm still here. We had a misfortune with the sacrifice. Sacrifice really caused us some major problems by we want starboard shields on port. They collided, so I don't know what's going to happen with that, but that cost us we were in about 6 or 7 spots, six or like that, and that ended our evening for the day.
All right, Rev, we're going to do some more watching to see what's happening, and we'll talk to you when you come to shore. We hope you come by and sit down with us for a couple of minutes. There you have it, your man on the water. And there's a shot of the Winnie K right now, just to the right. Number 44. Looks like she's going to finish in the middle of the fleet in this first race. But you never count Stefano's out, you can easily see Whitty K come and dominate the next 2 races, and she'd be right back in it. But as it is right now, for this first race, it looks like the Xena, another boat out of Long Island. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. I'm not sure what we just heard, folks, but I think one of those big cannons we have here on Fort Montague, maybe there was a ball left behind by the Pirates and went off accidentally. But they're telling me that is the official welcome gun. For those of you who've made your way out here to Montague Foreshore, you've just been welcomed in grand style, in loud style. I have to check the bottom of my pants because was not expecting that boom. And just haven't had my cup of coffee, things could get loose in a hurry. But we are here live on Fort Montague, where there is sailing going on. Big time sailing, C-class sailing. And there is your Bull Reg, Buzzy Roll. We're going to have to call Buzzy in, hold a court session with him, and Big Nux on the bow to find out who made the error and not seeing that buoy to sail to such a position where you could not make the buoy. That is a rookie mistake by some veteran sailors out there on the harbor. You don't really ever see that happening in the likes of Bull Reg and Buzzy. But like they say, the race isn't over until it's over. But for today, Buzzy gave up a comfortable third place position to now settle for being a bottom bowler right now. But I give kudos to the crew of the Fugitive for sailing her down and forcing Buzzy into making a mistake. I wish those guys would do that when they come to Rollville. Sail the boat. Don't be afraid to sail. But I think there's a new skipper on the Bull Reg today, and that's probably the difference right there. And I hope Tyrone McKenzie and the rest of these guys are taking lessons. That is how you sail a boat with power. You don't back down. And you do not misstage at the buoy. You make it a way around, all the way around. Sail the boat all the way around. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final warning for those of you who are parked along the front foreshore. It does not matter what color plate your vehicle is carrying, whether it's green, whether it's yellow, whether it's red. And we know who drive those red-plated cars. The police has asked that you move those cars immediately, or it is going to be removed for you. Once again, if you are parked on the foreshore, and for those who may not know what we're talking about, it's the strip in front of where people are viewing the sailing along the water. We need you to move your vehicle right now. It is a strong message from the police that if you do not move your vehicle, the tow trucks will be arriving in short order and it will be towed. And once again, all vehicles, green plates, yellow plates, red plates, black plates, blue plates, whatever color plates. We need you to remove those vehicles so that the foreshore area can be free of cars, so that cars driving in can maneuver and people who are walking can maneuver. So please, we ask you to cooperate with us. We want everybody to have an enjoyable time. So the police have asked that we pass this message along to you. Move your vehicles so that people can see and view the sailing. So once again, if you're parked on that strip, the main strip in front of the water, we need you to remove your vehicles. And so that's going to bring us to the end of C-Class sailing for this first day of the best of the best. Fantastic sailing. We still have some boats left out there to finish up. But the top three boats, Xena, It Ain't Right, and Fugitive. And there you have representing Long Island, Abaco, and Exuma, the three powerhouses in sailing in the country, doing what they do best, representing their islands well. Buzzy Bullredge had a fantastic and solid third place, was powering for second place, could not make that final windward marker, and misstaged right at the buoy. Very unfortunate. And we're going to have a chat with Buzzy a little bit later to find out what happened there. It looks like the nerves got the better part of him. Or maybe it was Knox. Nerves got the better part of him. You can't be nervous out here on the water. This is the big league. You have 30 boats, 25 boats, 22 boats, I think, started today. And you don't have any chance to make a mistake out here on the water because these boats are all very fast. And so we're going to get ready now for A-class sailing. It's going to come your way. We're going to get the time from our race Commodore, Chester Fox, and get back to you and let you know exactly what time A-class is going to get started. As you can see, there's good news being told. She's one of the A-class boats making her way to the line. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so that's going to be it for us for this particular broadcast. We're going to get back to you later on once we get started with the B class. And so we actually just continue to watch the screens. We got a couple of videos for you to see and listen to some music for the next few minutes. Thank you very much for watching and for listening. We'll be back later today.